Welcome to Still City News. I'm Sean Hellman. Now I had to break out the leather jacket for this one because this weekend, July 7th, Friday, at the Lamp Theater, Grease opens. And the show runs July 7th, 8th, and 9th, and then comes back July 14th, 15th, and 16th. Now, I got a chance to speak with the director, Larry Servi, along with some cast members and others involved in the production. I also got a chance to see some of the rehearsal, and I can tell you that this is a show you don't want to miss.
Larry Servi, director of the musical Grease at the Lamp Theater in Irwin. I started directing plays and musicals at Churchill Area High School back in 1964. I realized I didn't know much about it. I was given the assignment to take over the class play, and not understanding that it wasn't just throw things together. After one venture, I decided I'm going to see about getting some education in theater. So I went back to Pitt and learned quite a bit in 1 year. And I came back and revamped the entire theater program at Churchill Area High School. And it's interesting because my one instructor at Pitt said, "Larry, you're in high school. You know, please give these kids an experience that they'll never forget." And so I made a vow that I would never do hairy high school plays or musicals. They had to have substance to them, and they had to be classical. And as a result, I have a lot of my former students who have fallen in love with theater, and some have done it professionally. They've gone on to major universities to study theater or dance, and others are doing it. I have students in this production right now of Grease.
Madeline Corelli, and I'll be playing Sandy Dombrowski.
Okay, so how did you get into musical theater?
Well, I've been a dancer since I was 3, and recently I started doing theater with Larry. I was into the woods with him, and I just really enjoyed it, and I realized there was so much more I could be doing, and it's awesome.
Okay, nice. So tell me about your character in the show.
Sandy Dombrowski, she's a very sweet and optimistic girl. She really has a lot of, personality, but she's still, definitely the girl next door. She's shy and she doesn't want to hurt anyone's feelings. But you really see her in the musical open up as she meets new people at Rydell and has to fit in and get used to it. And, her relationship with Danny is really sweet and, funny and adds a lot of comedy to the show.
So how much preparation goes into a show like this? Like, how long have you been rehearsing?
Well, we've been rehearsing, trying to think, it's been a couple months, and but it takes a lot because it's a completely different time period than we're in now. The outfits are different, the hair's different, the makeup's different, but it's such a fun experience, and I'm really happy that I'm doing it.
Where it is.
Well, actually, I can see what you did, and it works. Now, if you need something a little heavier back here, your hairspray or your tend to disappear, you do have to put in the shape. Now, I'm doing this here with just a little bit of brown pencil.
Erin Schrader. I'm the choreographer for Grease at the Lamp Theater in Irwin.
Okay, so how long have you been doing choreography?
Since really before I graduated college, I did a little bit of choreography while I was still in school. I went to Point Park University for musical theater and have been working in this field ever since. I work with a production company called RWS Entertainment Group, and we do a lot of theme park and cruise ship and live event entertainment, including the shows at Kennywood and Idlewild and Hershey Park. So I've been kind of on this side of the business for a really long time.
Oh, wow, great. Okay, so can you tell me a little bit about this show?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I think a lot of people know and are familiar with and really love Grease. This is pretty close to the movie adaptation. There's a little bit of changes, but it's true to the original script. It's the story of a summer romance from a good girl and a bad boy greaser and how they come together and bring their friend group together, and it's a lot of singing and dancing and a lot of fun.
Genevieve Skariak, and I am playing Rizzo.
Okay, can you tell, how did you get started in musical theater?
Well, I actually started at the beginning of my high school career. I was a basketball player, and then I had to get surgery on my legs. So actually, I had to quit basketball, and I didn't really know what to do. And my best friend got involved in theater, and kind of like dragged me to the first meeting. And ever since, I've been like totally in love with musicals and plays and just acting. And it's been about 5 years, almost 6, and I've been doing it ever since.
Oh, wow. So what kind of other shows have you done?
I was Elle Woods in Legally Blonde. I was Lady They Can Spam-A-Lot. Judy Haynes in White Christmas, which was my senior musical. And that was a lot of fun.
Very nice. So can you tell me about your character?
Yes. My character is Rizzo, and she's a girl who is known to be kind of easy and kind of like a jerk, but actually she's just very misunderstood. And you kind of see that transformation towards the end based off of just her home life, which you don't really get a background on, but that really like opens up a lot of character development, which I've been able to do. And she's kind of like the antagonist, I guess you could say.
Last year at our post-production meeting, we decided we wanted to do a similar musical that would involve young people, that would attract an audience in this area. And so we decided that another musical that was similar to Grease, to Footloose, is Grease. And so we got the rights to it, and as soon as we put it out there that we were going to be doing Grease, we had over 60 young people who wanted to audition for it. And we had so many talented people that we decided to double cast it. So all the major roles are double cast. And many of the students are from the Irwin area, as well as Franklin Regional High School, Gateway High School. Many of them are former East End kids or students who went to Norman and were in their musicals. And we also have some Seton Hill students as well. In 1986, I started my first Larry Servie School of Performing Arts in Point Breeze. And then there were requests to have these studios open elsewhere. So at one point I had a studio in North Hills and in Robinson Township. And I started a group in my studio called the East End Kids, which was a teen and song dance ensemble. And basically that was 30-some years ago, and they're still in existence. So a parent, Mike Corelli, whose daughter was in the East End Kids, said, "Larry, I'm involved in the Lamp Theater. I've seen your high school productions. I also directed Gateway High School. For the last 20 years, I've been directing their musicals and plays." And he said, "I've seen your work. How about directing a musical?" And this was last summer. And we did Footloose. It was very successful. So we open Friday, the 7th of July, and it runs 7, 8, 9. On the 9th, Sunday, the matinee is at 2 o'clock. We also have a matinee on the 8th at 2 o'clock. So we're doing 4 shows each weekend. And then the following weekend, it's the same. Friday, Saturday at 2, Saturday at 7:30, then Sunday at 2. And the tickets can be purchased, online via the Lamp Theater. And the price of the ticket is $18.
If you like what we're doing by covering positive news and events in the greater Pittsburgh area, head over to our page, Steel City News, and give us a page like. And if you have friends and family who you believe would also like the content that we're putting out, feel free to invite them to like our page, Steel City News, as well. Thanks for watching.